You can see me. I'm on. Uhuru. All right. Uhuru, comrades, and everyone on the live today attending our We Just for the Three Drowned Black Girls third episode of our ongoing webinar series. And I just want to appreciate everybody who's on so far. Also want to salute to Boston, who has, for the third time in a row, for each episode, held a viewing party in Boston. And all of you on this live can do the exact same thing each and every webinar that we have. You can, do a viewing party, get as many people as you can to come and view these episodes. It's very, very, very important. We're talking about the case of Dominique Battle, Anai and Ashanti Butler, and the International People's Democratic Uhuru Movement's fight for justice for these three girls. And each episode we engage in different political education around specific issues, topics, and we also, make a call for resources for people to, support this campaign through donating to the legal fees of this campaign at justicefordominiquebattle.com. So we're going to be talking about all of that today. This is a very, very special episode. I'm very, very excited. I want to salute to everybody joining. And I'm sorry if I'm not able to call out all your names right now, but I just really want to appreciate everybody for tuning in. And, keep on commenting, letting me know you're here, and also share, and hashtag shared when you share it. And so I want to get into what this program is going to be about. We're going to be talking about the holidays, and in particular, African families, and what it means during this period of time. It's supposed to be this, white power will paint it as this time of festivity. It's supposed to be, just the best time of the year. The rest of the year can suck, but this part right here has to be the best. And we know that not to be the case for African families. And we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about why, and really just exposing all of those things. And we're also going to be having a very, very special interview, to which I'm excited to announce. She really excited, John. She really excited. But we're going to be getting to that a little bit later. But our special guest, we're going to be interviewing Yeabu, who is the younger sister of Dominique Battle. And when you guys hear this young, intelligent African girl speak, it's going to blow your minds. So I'm really super excited about that. But first, we got to talk about this. We have to get into the political education. We got to get into, we have to talk about African families and the holidays and what it means for African people. And, I'm pretty sure a majority of us who are watching this right now, who even find ourselves participating in some way, shape, or form in this colonial holiday, don't believe that this fat white man has the capacity to, on a sleigh all night in one night, travel around the entire world with bags of gifts with flying reindeer to deliver to all of the children across the planet Earth. This fat white man is somehow defying the laws of science by squeezing down a chimney, which you may or may not have, and delivering presents to you on, every, December 24th, so that you can have your gifts on December 25th. I'm sure all of us at this point know that that's not true. And if you didn't know, I'm sorry to be the Grinch. It's not true. It's not real. But, this whole notion of, Santa Claus and even Christmas and all these different kinds of things. I mean, there's a religious aspect. Okay, there's there's the whole religious reason why people celebrate Christmas. You are a Christian, and at the root, you have Christ Mass. And there's a whole religious aspect to it. And I can't even lie to say that I would know 100% about any of that, because I'm not religious at all. But oh my God, I didn't introduce myself. My bad. I just assumed y'all know who I am. Uhuru, my name is Akile Anai. I'm the chair of the Justice for the Three Drowned Black Girls campaign, as well as the director of agitation and propaganda for the African People's Socialist Party. Whew. So sorry about that. But anyway, so you guys know who I am and what I represent, and what, that I am a part of the African People's Socialist Party. So yeah, going back to it though. But when I hear the story of Santa Claus, apart from what it is that we've always heard, that it's about the jovial white guy with the the red suede outfit on, and running around here, all ripping and running through the streets at night. Apart from that Santa Claus, when I joined this movement and I heard Chairman Amalia Shatella break down what Christmas is, I understood how I viewed even the concept of Santa was completely changed. Like, this wasn't just some innocent thing, what Santa Claus represents. And when you really look at, okay, so you have this white man who goes around taking the wealth from the majority of the peoples on the planet to distribute amongst those who are defined as good, as the good people who have done good all year, right? And even Santa, so he's up in the North Pole. He don't lift a finger, all right? He just sit there, and you got all these little workers, they call them elves, working in the North Pole. I'm pretty sure those are some brutal conditions, all right? Them little striped socks do not look like enough. And, they're the ones who are creating all the value, all the wealth. Santa then takes all those toys, right? And then he distributes them amongst those he has decided have been good or bad. And when you look at a situation like that, it's literally, one, stealing the wealth of, like I said, the majority of the people on the planet Earth had to even get the materials to make the gifts and all those kind of things. And then you have the sweatshop, the workers, the elves, producing all of the value. And then Santa, this white man, making the determination of who gets the gifts. If that doesn't sound like imperialism, white power, I don't know what does. And, it goes also, what does white power define as good? And it goes similar to even how white power explains how it has all the wealth that it has today. Because, white power does not tell you that, white people are rich and can live this way as a result of the enslavement and the assault on African people. Cannot say that white power has colonized the majority of the planet Earth, and that is how white people get to have everything it is that they have. White power does not sum itself up like that for the masses of the people. It'll sum it up as white people have everything they have because they are good, because they are smarter, because they're more innovative, because they're thriftier. This poor and starving and in a act of desperation attacking the rest of the world because they were living under feudalism and half their population was killed off by the plague. Yeah, this thrifty, innovative, the smartest, human being on the planet. That's why white people have everything it is that they have. They're the good people. So that's why white people at the end of the year get the most gifts. That's why white people get the bikes, or if you're 16, you might get a Rolls Royce. And, that's why white women can get all these diamonds and these pearls and, whatever white men like on Christmas. I don't really know. But, it's hella expensive. And that's the explanation, that these kids were good and they got to have all this. And then, so when an African child even consumes this narrative, right? Because, when you're indoctrinated to a social system, every child grows up on this understanding of Christmas, but African children know that they don't get the same thing that a white child gets to get on Christmas. And then you're understanding the ideology, okay, so only if I'm good do I get gifts. Well, Tommy got more gifts than me, so somehow something is wrong with me. I'm the bad child. I did something wrong. That's why I could not get everything that it is that this white child has. Not because of colonialism, not because, your mom or your dad is working, 3 to 4 jobs, a day just to be able to provide the bare necessities for you, because parasitic capitalism makes it impossible for African people to be able to live, and conduct any kind of, life that white people get to have. No, it's not because of that. It's because Tommy is a good white child and there's something wrong with this African child over here. And that's obviously not true. That cannot be the case. The reality is Tommy has everything. He has this white child. For all those people who don't know, when we say all white people reparations, this white child has everything he does as a result of what this African child does not get to have. That's your Christmas. That's your holiday. And you even talk about people, what makes it possible for white people to be able to have a holiday. The reason why the CEO can leave and go on a vacation and take his whole family to the Bahamas, take his white family to the Bahamas, is because he knows his business is going to be operating because your black ass going to be at work. You going to be at work while the CEO is on vacation. You ain't going nowhere for Christmas. You're going to be right there busting your behind because you want to be able to provide to your African child what those white people can afford for their children. To give them, for at least one day, a semblance of what white children get to experience every single day. Chairman Malachi Chella and Secretary General Gazi Kodzo of the African People's Socialist Party summed it up. You know, the first Christmas happened 600 years ago with the assault on Africa. The white nation consolidated itself based on this assault, rescued itself based on this assault. That was the first Christmas. The Portuguese was Santa Claus. And they distributed all the wealth amongst themselves. That fat, rich white guy is the beast. We're living in the belly. And this is something, and Chairman, said it this past Sunday, that we gotta overthrow Santa Claus. Gotta get them the hell out of here. Because Santa Claus represents white power, imperialism, colonialism, and parasitic capitalism. That's what he represents. And we cannot be confused by that reality. Because it's not a coincidence that white people get to feel festive during this period right here, where Africans experience serious depression and are freaking out around this time because of what African parents have to do in order to be able to provide for their families and to be able to give them what white children get to have. I mean, this is really like the worst part of the year for African people when you really look at it. And it's not just because we gotta work on the holidays and we're worked like dogs on the holidays. Work like dogs on the holidays. Not even just that, but I where I currently work out, one of this coworker, she's an African woman, and she came to work and she was bawling because her children have certain expectations, because even though this African woman gives everything, okay, she don't do nothing for herself because she wants to make sure her kids can never need for nothing. She spoils her kids rotten to the best of her ability. Her whole paycheck goes to her children, goes to her because she wants to be able to provide that life for her kids. And her kids have a certain expectation about what she as a mother needs to provide for them on Christmas. They want this, they want that, and they're not really taking no for an answer. And this African woman comes to work and she bawling because she don't know how the hell she gonna make any of it happen. She don't know. But that's not just this coworker, that's the story of Kunde Nwamvita, the mother of Dominique Battle, who makes sure today that her kids don't need or want for nothing. Because that's what we do. That's what we have to do. But we have to push ourselves to such points, and then we got to go and cry on the job in a corner because we can't let our kids see. We can't let the outside world see that we in here struggling like hell to be able to provide for our children. But that's the reality. And when I saw that, I'm so angry. I'm mad as hell because this African woman should not be crying about not being able to have enough resource on a job that don't pay her enough resources, and crying because she knows that she can't do what she wants to be able to do for her kids because white kids got it all around them. She want to be able to do that and she can't. And it gets your blood boiling, but you just got to come back, you got to organize. You got to come back, you got to organize around it because, me being mad about it by myself ain't going to change nothing. Me going to flip the boss's desk over ain't going to change nothing. We probably have some fun, but it ain't going to change nothing. Santa Claus is still going to eat. And Santa Claus is still going to steal and pillage, and he's still going to distribute the wealth amongst the white ruling class. And so we have, a responsibility to get organized, to join the International People's Democratic Uhuru Movement, to join the Justice for the 3 Drowned Black Girls Committee, because this is the kind of thing that has to be overturned. Because when we're talking, and we're not just talking about, okay, well, Africans don't get to have anything on Christmas, because it don't come without a consequence. White people getting to have all this stuff don't come without a consequence. We talk about the assault on Africa, that was a consequence. And we talk about, okay, well, controlling the resources, white people have all the resources, that kind of stuff. That means that something severely, there is a severe form of violence being imposed upon African people to make sure that white people can maintain this relationship. So it's not just African children don't get nothing on Christmas. African children are being gunned down in the streets so that white children can have that Christmas dinner. Because the police, make sure that the relationship that white people have at the expense of African people is maintained. They maintain that relationship. They maintain the status quo. So therefore, the police have to kill your child in order for Tommy to eat. They have to kick you out of your community. They have to gentrify you out of your community to make sure that when Christmas comes, this white family can have a new house built. And they can celebrate their new Christmas in their new house in what used to be your neighborhood. This stuff don't come without consequences. And it's not just so simple as our children not getting a Christmas present. This looks like the whole damn social system at work, oppressing and inflicting the worst kinds of violence and oppression against African people on a daily basis to make sure that that's how white people get to live. Even poor white people. Even poor white people. And and this is the reality that we've been confronted with. And that's why, on March 31st of 2016, because we're talking about this relationship and maintaining the status quo, and that's what the police do. That's why on March 31st, that's why Sheriff Killer Bob Gaultieri did what he did when he took the lives of Dominique Lanai and Ashanti. We was maintaining that relationship right there so that his 3 daughters can eat. He had to make sure that 3 mouths were gone so there was more food for his children. That's the reality that we're confronted with, and that's what we have to overturn. This whole colonial system has to be overturned, because no more come the end of the year, December 25th, African mothers, African fathers, African families got to be breaking their back and busting their behinds to feed their kids. You got African fathers who don't know how the hell they're gonna make Christmas happen. So they go out and now, they moving a little weight here and there. They sell a little dope here and there because they need some money to be able to buy their children nice things. These are the conditions that we're forced into. And it's not like they hiring, African, people who are now called felons and all this kind of stuff. Not like they're hiring African people to be able to get a job and get these resources, to be able to obtain things legally, so-called legally. So what we got to do, we put in these situations where we got to, by any other means, because we have to provide for our children. But that social system means for it to be that way. Because then it can catch you and they can throw you in prison, and it benefits from that. So, and then on top of that, these big commercial holidays are great for capitalism. Capitalism is eating it up right now. It's having a great time. Loves this time of year because people are going crazy, spending their money on stuff that they don't even need, just because they can, just because the sales look high. But this is it. So for everybody, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news or break the festive joy or anything like that. But that's the reality that it is that we're confronted with. And white people, you don't get to have, you don't get to be complicit in that reality. You don't get to live in your little bubble. While African people are suffering and starving during this time of year, you don't get to go to your big fat turkey ham, all the meats on the damn planet Earth on your table. While African people are starving, you don't get to have that reality anymore. African people are coming back for our resources and are going to continuously remind you that what you have around you, the diamonds you wear on your neck, on your fingertips, all that stuff that you own right now, that car that you drive, that house that you live in, everything you own is stolen. And African and colonized people around the world are here to remind you of that. You don't get to have a regular holiday. And I've been hearing that too. White people, it's so funny because white people really argue about saying Merry Christmas. I'm over here, I'm saying Happy Holidays because that's standard procedure at my job. I got to say Happy Holidays. And they just, I still believe in Christmas. That's great for you, Susan. It's hilarious. And then, but it's just like, so there is that. And then it's just, well, Christmas isn't the same as it used to be. It's always kind of, yeah, it's not the same as it used to be because the crisis of imperialism is deep as hell. And we're deepening it. Because white people don't just get to live in complicity with all the crimes that are being committed against African and colonized people just so they can have and afford the lifestyle that they have. No, it's a whole different era. People are coming back for that stuff and they're going to continuously put in your face the oppression of African people. You've been walking away from it and pretending like it doesn't exist. Nah, honey, it exists. It exists. It's real. And now you have to see it. And now you have to be held accountable for it. And you have to choose which side of the line you're going to stand on. You're going to stand on the side of Santa, or you're going to stand on the side of the oppressed and the colonized to overthrow Santa Claus. So, that's the question that white people that you are confronted with. Yeah, the holidays don't feel like the holidays no more. Justin out in the back, strung out on opioids, and the dad of the house is all boozed up. Yeah, it's not the same anymore because the era is completely different. And you don't get to have any more Christmases, especially not at the expense of African people. So, but I don't want to get out of the giving mood though. The giving mood is important. The giving mood is good. And for everybody who had resources in their pockets and was thinking, I was going to spend it all on this for Christmas and all stuff, but you feeling like, I don't want to do that no more because I just, I just shed a little something for y'all. You can still give and support the Justice for the 3 Drowned Black Girls campaign and donate to the legal fees, or for white people, pay reparations to the legal fees for the Justice for the 3 Drowned Black Girls campaign. And that can happen at any point in time during this conference at justice4dominiquebattle.com. So, if you're in the giving mood, this is where you need to give it to a committee, to a campaign that's one in the interest of African people, in the interest of African children, and it's fighting for African children for a future, and fighting for and raising the demands that are in the interest of African people. Our demand is not let Black children have Christmas too. Our demand is let African children have a future. African children have to be free. African people have to be self-determined, have power in our own hands. Those are our kinds of demands. Our demands are things like, criminally indicting all the sheriff's deputies, and Sheriff Bob Gualtieri for the murders of Dominique Lanai and Ashanti. Demands are reparations to the families of these girls, including Kunde Mwambita, talking about Black community control of the police, a demand that puts power in the hands of the African community to hire, fire, train, and discipline those who should function as police in our community, who have the goal, the job to protect African people, African children, have that role, that responsibility. Those are our demands. Those are our demands, because our Christmas don't come, this concept of Christmas don't come until African people have our resources back. That's the ultimate Christmas. When we have Africa, our land, back, when we have 1.5 billion African people strong, united, that's our goal. Those are our aims. That's what we're working towards. That's our holiday right there. And we get to celebrate that holiday every day because we're organizing and fighting for that reality every single day. So I'm gonna be quiet now because, well, no, I'm not gonna be quiet, but I just want to introduce someone very, very important. I said her name already, and we've also promoted her, but before she comes on, I just wanted to say that, this child right here, I don't even know if I should call her a child. I really don't know if I should call her a child, because, not only mentally, has she, she spits out African internationalism, like, just like somebody who's been in here for 10, 12 years, But I think that another part of Yeabu, not only is she brilliant, she's intelligent, but she has one of the biggest hearts of anybody, because when you understand what African children have to go through on a daily basis and what this African child has had to go through, different attacks on her family by the state, seeing, you got the colonial white power media everywhere talking about her family and all this kind of stuff. And she has to see that. And, just being strong for Kunde Mwavita and for her family. I mean, that is a soldier right there. That is a soldier. And, so this is not a light thing. And I really, really, really want to appreciate this comrade, my comrade, who's about to come up here and blow y'all away, y'all. She told me she didn't want to see the interview question. She said she wanna let it go. She wanna let it flow. I was like, okay, I can't argue with that. The sis is good. She's great. She can do it. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring up my comrade, Yeabu. Uhuru, Yeabu. Uhuru. Say uhuru to everybody watching. Uhuru, Uhuru. I know you can't see them, but they can see you, girl. So, all right, Yeabu. So, how you feeling today? Good. You feeling good? Well, I really want to appreciate you for coming on to this, very important episode of the 3DBG webinar series. And I'm gonna just I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, and we might even like freeform. We might just say some things because we just want to say something to each other. Like, you got something to say to me, say it. You know what I'm saying? I'm non-literal here. You feel me? But I'm just gonna ask you questions so the audience can get to know you and everything like that, and just answer honestly, truthfully, and all that kind of stuff. Right? All right. So tell the people how old you are. 9. You're 9 years old. When your birthday? January 16th. It's coming up, y'all. It's coming up, January 16th. So y'all local, okay? Y'all know Yeabu's birthday, January 16th. Get us something. Okay. So what school do you go to? I go to Gulfport Elementary. Gulfport Elementary School. And Gulfport Elementary School, actually, they had to meet us. They had to meet us. They had to meet Kunde. They had to meet me. They had to meet Jesse Neville, chair of the Who's Solidarity Movement. They had to meet Kitty Riley, who works in the office of deputy chair. They had to meet all of us because it was another part of an assault on Yeabu and of this family right here. And one of the most brilliant children in the class, and they're trying to keep her back because of some stupid standardized testing. So we came up with them and said, all right, okay. So we went up in there, and you passed that test. What score? What score did you get? 10 out of what? 10 out of 10. You gotta tell people what you did. You passed that test. 10 out of what? 10. 10 out of 10. My girl got a perfect score. A perfect score, and they tried to hold her back. What? Yeabu said, anyway, so I'm gonna come in here and ace this test. I'm gonna show all y'all. All right, so in school, what typically is your favorite subject? Math. You like math? Love math. So like, why? Because I don't like math. I don't know. It's just that math is like one of the things that I'm struggling in, but at the same time I'm really good at certain subjects. So if I'm really struggling in it and the teacher gives me something like she says that I can do this or I can do this, I'll go for the one that I'm struggling with because it will make me easier to understand things. And also math, when I grow up, I'm gonna have to count my money in math. I'm gonna have to do a lot of things with math. And for real. But look, that stands. I go with the one thing that I don't try to take the easy way out. Like I gotta struggle with this right here, because when you deal with the hardest thing first, I think everything else becomes easier, right? Yes. So see, look at that. And you're right, math is necessary in everything. I wish I would have paid attention to math a little bit more, honestly, because I know how to do my multiplication. All right, so what are some things, some hobbies, things you like to do when you're not in school? Excuse the roar, y'all. That was JJ. That's Yeabu's younger brother.
Things that I like to do when I'm not in school.
Mhm.
Mostly I read.
Read.
Yes, or I grab a math book and I write my math, or I start on my books that I'm writing, or
Hold up, you writing books?
yes.
Okay. I'm asking about that in a minute. Go ahead.
I do books, or I write the music that I write, or I make music.
All right, so you writing books. So you want to tell people about your books?
Well, one of my books is about an African girl. It's called Halloween Haunted House. I got my theme. Well, where I got this idea from is when on Halloween, when the whole Uhuru house came together and we had this big party, basically. So what I thought was I could put like a little lesson into it. So what it's about is it's a girl named Victoria, and she can't trust, but Halloween is her favorite part of the year. So, but she can't trust her friends when it comes to setting up. So when her party does come, she has all the banners set up and everything, but it's not as good as it would have been if her friends would have helped her. So what happened is that nobody came to her party because they really want to be a part of setting it up. They wanted to be a part of it, and so nobody came. And then it was this rich white girl who had her party at this big mansion and everything, and everyone went to her party. But then all her friends, they left her party, came to her house, and then they helped her set everything up perfectly, helped her set everything up, put the banners all up and everything. And then after that, everyone left her party, left the white girl's party, and she went to her party.
Yes.
And the life lesson is that you should trust your friend. Yeah, you should trust your friends, and you should let people help you.
Yes, for real. And I think that's an excellent lesson in unending faith in the people and letting them participate in building their own future. And that's what her friends wanted to do. They wanted to participate in building this event because then they have a stake in the event. They're going to be there when the event comes because they helped to build it, And if they can't participate in it, and if if we as the party don't let the people into this process, then what do they want to come for? They didn't create anything, This is not like we need the people, just like she needed her friends. Just like Victoria needed her friends. Yes, because the white people snatch them up, but don't organize them. So, well, that's amazing. I mean, I think it's amazing that you like to write books and that you read. And I mean, I like to write. I love to write, and I love to read as well. Do you have? Can you tell the audience, some of your favorite books?
One is I So Don't Be Spooky. I read that book every night. It's a chapter book. Another one is
You read the Chinese books?
oh yes, I read his small book, the small black one.
The quotations?
Yes.
Hey, Yeabu read the quotations, y'all. Yes, that's one of our favorites. Yes. Well, I So Don't Be Spooky.
Yes.
Is that like spooky stories?
No, it's about this girl who it's like about everything is going around her is really spooky, and it's around that time in Christmas, not in Christmas, but in Halloween. So it's around that time, and so everything is weird's coming around, and and then she can't do it, so she stays at her house all day, and then spooky things was happening in there. And so she just had to. What happened was she just had to admit to her friends that she doesn't like it, and so they all came together and they all helped her overcome it.
Oh, wow. All right. So you went to the NPW convention in St. Louis just this past year, right?
Yes.
And they had this question, and you gave a brilliant answer. It was, who is your role model? You want to tell people who your role model is?
My role model is Chairman Obama.
Yeah. Why?
He's my role model because I know that he'll lead me in the right direction, and I know that all the things that he's talking about, I can understand. And if I don't understand it, he'll break it down for me to make it to make it easier. And then also the things that he's saying, they're not things that he read off of a book. He has his own book. He has everything. And when I grow up, I want to follow in his footsteps.
Yeah. Well, I think you know, this is any indication. She's following all right, but she's doing a hell of a good job. All right, so getting into some more family questions. So, what are some things you like to do with your family?
I like to watch.
Go ahead, sweetie. Go ahead. Answer this how you want to.
I like to watch movies, and I like to have dinners with my family, like at restaurants, and if we can't, and not just restaurants. I like to come home. I like to cook, prepare a meal, and then I like to lay out the table so we all can eat as a family.
Yeah, your mom can cook too. I got a little bit of her cooking. Cooking out, but damn. All right, so people really want to know, what are some things that you and Dominique used to do together?
We used to take pictures. We used to do a lot of different things. We love taking pictures. And then we used to watch movies together. We would have birthdays. When on my birthday, she would give me something, and it wouldn't even be I wouldn't even care about the present. It would be really fun.
Yeah. All right. And as y'all can see, there's Dominique and Yeabu doing what they love best, taking pictures. And they are both so photogenic. Yeah. So, all right, another important question. So, you have one of the baddest mamas on the planet. I hope you know that. One of the baddest mamas. Not just look-wise, your mama look good, okay? But I mean, just a bad revolutionary mama. You know your mama. What's one thing that you love most about your mom?
One thing that I love most about my mom is that she tries to have the best for me and my baby family and my whole family.
Yeah, and we were talking about that. That's who Kunde Mwambita is. That's who she was before she met this movement. Was struggling to be able to provide, a lifestyle for her children that they deserve. That, and that's all African parents are ever really trying to do. But Kunde is not trying to do that, just trying to do that, but she's trying to, now it's in a way where it's practical and building, and throughout the revolution, building institutions. She works in the office of Deputy Chair, which is the economic development work for the African Socialist Party. And, that it's all the work around bringing in resources, to this movement so that we can be able to build our own institutions and provide a future for African children, to put food in the mouths of babes, food in the mouths of African children. And, she's just an amazing, amazing revolutionary, and an amazing fighter. And there's a very big inspiration for all of us here at the House in the movement. And even if you're not a part of the movement, I think in some way, shape, or form, your mother has definitely touched the lives of many people, hundreds, if not thousands. All right. So, what do you like to do within the Uhuru movement?
I really like to come to Sunday rallies. I also like to. Last time we had the dinner together, I like doing that, and I like us just going and we're having fun at like we have birthday parties together. We do a lot together.
Yeah, we do a lot together, y'all. We like this. And all right, so I want you to break it down for people, right? I want you to tell people why you think we need Black community control of the police and Black community control of schools. Why do you think that's important for African people?
I think it's important for African people because if we don't have if we don't have our community control of if we don't have our community control of the schools, everything will get out of hand. Black people they'll be judged about their color of their skin and not by the color of their and not by how how they are bright. And also if we don't have if we don't have Black community control of the police, we everything we won't even be on this planet. We won't be on the world right now. It would be all white people. We won't be able to have our own businesses. And even if it does, we're gonna get taken out of our houses. We're just gonna get shot to death on the streets. So we need Black community control of the police and schools.
Yes, and one great example of Black community control of schools was when this movement came and went to Gulfport Elementary and made sure that they knew who was in charge, basically. That y'all was not going to hold this African child, this bright African child back. That was Black community control of schools. That was us being in control of what happens in that moment in time. And even Black community control of schools gives us the ability to define what our children get to learn. Because a lot of times in school, you'll probably see something you'll be like, I thought you'd be in school like that ain't right. That ain't right. How many times did you do that?
A lot. Like one time we had a teaching day when different people came in, and there was a police officer came in, and he said that they only do two things. He said that they help and that he put bad guys in jail. I said, no, that you kill Africans, you put Africans in jail, and you gun us down in the streets, and you don't let us have any control of our bodies or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. But he was shut up after that. He was like, oh, you right. That's all he could say, right? Yes, I mean, but you gotta put them in check, child. But I know, but that's why we need Black community control schools. Because people can come in, they can say all this crazy stuff. So you exercise Black community control school, but you did that. He was like, you're not gonna come up in my school and teach some BS like that. Like you're not gonna do that. Oh God, Yeabu. So, is there anything that you wanna just tell the people, more about yourself, more about Dominique, or just anything you want to tell the people before we close out the interview? No. She got a lot to say, y'all. Okay, cause come on now, Yeabu. Now this girl right here. One, she can hold a conversation. Hold it. She can hold that conversation, and she just has so many different things to say. She does so many different things. I'm just finding out that she's a writer now. That you write books. What? Come on, you got a lot to say. Come on.
Well, I do have a new song that's coming out, and it's going to be on Black Power 96.
Oh, we can get a little preview, a little sneak peek. Damn, y'all, I really tried, y'all. You shot? No sneak peek? All right, that means y'all that what you're saying is you got to catch it on Black Power 96. So y'all need to be tuning in, Black Power 96.3 FM if you are here locally. If you are not, the app is working for Android, right? The app is working for Android?
Yeah.
96.3 Black Power 96. On Android phones, the app is working for you. So make sure that y'all get that downloaded. Oh, do you have any favorite writers? Mm-hmm. Got a question.
Yes. Only have one though.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite writer is Chairman Amali.
Want to say why?
Because, like I said earlier, when he writes his book, he's telling you what happens, and it's already broken down, so you don't have to come back after reading the book and asking him all different questions. It's already broken down in the book, and it's really good to understand, and that we need to be in control of our bodies, and yeah.
Well, I mean, I definitely want to unite and say that Chairman Monticello is one of the most brilliant writers on the planet, and not just for creating the theory of Afro-internationalism, but just how, I mean, I think, well, Afro-internationalism is probably like the basis of why he's such a brilliant writer, because everything he writes is, in that worldview, is in the understanding and the view of the African working class. And right there is brilliant in itself, because the African working class is brilliant. But it's summing up the world as it is. And, after you read it, like, you can't come back from it. Like, oh, you can't say that's not true, or anything like that. But definitely think just on an intellectual level and everything else that Chairman Monticello is definitely one of the greatest writers. You got very strong young African child worthy of emulation, Uhuru Yeabu. That's coming from MPW NYC. Uhuru. And we also have other commenters who are just saluting you. Uhuru Yeabu, you rule. That's from the APSP Northeast Representative Nana Y'all. Uhuru. Any more comments? And you guys can, if you guys have some questions or anything. She said, girl, yes, little comrade. That's coming from Riverside. Riverside. Uhuru. Yes, let's give Yeabu a round of applause. Uhuru Chikonde. Uhuru. And I mean, definitely, obviously, a future leader of the African Socialist Party, the Uhuru movement. You got Uhuru Yeabu. Chairman Amali is a wonderful writer. He's my favorite writer too. That's from Virginia Wilson. And Dexter says she knows now what took me 20 years to learn. So you got it at a young age, comrade. You lucky, because it do take people a very long time to catch this. It's knowledge, it's political education, you know what I'm saying? And you get it early, you know what I'm saying? So that's good. That's good. I mean, it's good because now you don't have to live your whole life trying to search for it. It's right here, It's right here. Salute to the young comrade of Uhuru. That's Christine Uhuru. Y'all got any more shout outs to Yeabu? Any more questions y'all want to ask Yeabu? Just drop them real quick. But, as far as me, I really want to express appreciation to this comrade, this guest right here, who, you've made on, just me in particular, you've made a huge impact on my life. I love seeing your little bright, shining face, almost every single day, honestly. Maniko says she knows so much. Praise hands. Yes. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. So, but I just really appreciate you and, salute you for, everything it is that you do, your stance, and that, what you do and what you mean to this movement, to Kunde, to JJ, to Isaiah, and to your whole family, and just to African people, to African children. You mean so much. You're really, truly an African warrior sister. So thank you so much. We got Uhuru Yeabu from Walia. Uhuru. And are you sure you don't want to say anything else? No? All right. Well, I don't want to let you leave just yet. I'm going to call on Comrade Dia, if you could. And JJ, come on up here. It's your turn. I'm going to get you too. You've been waiting. Come on. I need you to roar for the people. Come on, roar for the people. Come on. Can you give us a big roar? Come on.
Where do you go?
Dia going to get some. Can you get the people a roar?
Mhm.
Our little lion. All right, so just saluting you and appreciating you and JJ and all the joy and the light that y'all do bring. We wanted to, make sure that get y'all a little something, for the holidays or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We can get you a little something. All right. So Dia's gonna go get a little something, and I hope you guys like it. It's a lot though. Kyle, you might actually have to go help him. So just give it a moment, y'all. It's a lot though. I want Yeabu's first.
Mom, did you know about this?
So here, these little Monster High dolls, which you said was your favorite dolls. Oh, also, I didn't forget, you said Jackie Laura was your favorite. So we got Jackie Laura. And JJ, yes. 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 So y'all can have fun with that. I like Yeabu's Taste of Dolls. Monster High is also one of my favorites too. And Kunde, I hope you have fun with PJ Masks. So, Huru Comrade, thank you all so much, and you guys are welcome to stay. But we're gonna go ahead and continue on with the program. So, Dia, could you thank you so much? All right, Huru. Clarissa says a Huru. Huru. All righty. All right, so I hope y'all enjoyed that amazing interview, and that has inspired you, because that's the future of African people right there before our very eyes. That's the future leader of, not future leader. She already is a leader in her own right, and with her peers and everything like that. She is setting the standard for what African children her age, what they can do and what they should be doing. Is emulating the stance of Comrade Yeabu, because that is the stance that even our children have the responsibility to take for our overall freedom. So I want to call on all of you who are watching this right now to, support the Justice for the Three Drowned Black Girls campaign, support the work it is that we are doing to fight for justice, not only for Dominique Battle and Ashanti, but for all African children who suffer the same fate of colonial violence and murder at the hands of the police. And that it's going to require serious organizing. It's going to require a revolution to be able to overturn this reality. And we can't have a revolution without capturing the minds of the people, without changing the narrative for ourselves. And controlling that narrative, because you'll look at any other colonial bourgeois media and they'll tell you all these horrible things about these three girls, and you best believe ain't nothing about it good. Ain't a damn thing in colonial bourgeois media that says anything positive about African children, and especially these girls, and especially Kunde and her own family. Nothing good, out of the mouth of colonial bourgeois media. But what the 3DBG campaign does is we capture the narrative, we change the narrative, and we control the narrative. So we put out what really happened on March 31st, and we uphold the stance that it is that we have to take in response to things like this, because Kunde took the ultimate stance, and it was to fight for African children through joining the Uhuru movement and fighting for the revolution, and that is the ultimate stance that you can take. And so we have to put forth comrades like Kunde among the masses so that people can see that's what I have to do in the event that these things happen. And of course, we don't want to just keep operating on a when things happen basis. We want to be able to stop it before it does happen. And that's why we raise the demands for Black community control of the police. That's why we are, and not just that, but also we are taking this to the legal front as well, because somebody has to go to jail. And, that's just the least of what needs to happen for these atrocious murders. That's the least that needs to happen, is that these sheriff's deputies need to be rotting in their cell for the rest of their life. And that is what we are fighting for. So we're not just on a political front, but we're through a legal front as well. And we are raising resources for the legal fees for this campaign, because as obscene as it is, to be able to carry out an investigation and all the things it is that you have to do, from the discovery process to hiring all these different people to be able to investigate this, and this. It's, so much, and it's calculated to be $18,000. And we are engaged in the process of trying to raise $18,000 for these legal fees. And so I'm calling on each and every single one of you to donate in the spirit of giving. Donate to the Justice for the 3 Drowned Black Girls campaign. Donate to the legal fees of this campaign, and let's make the demands a reality. Let's carry out these demands into the real world by fighting for this campaign, by supporting this campaign wherever it is that you are located. And you don't have to be a member of the Uhuru movement. You don't have to be a member of, even on the 3DBG committee. We want you to be a member of the movement, be a member of MPDM, be a member of 3DBG committee. But if you're limited, the least you can do from wherever it is that you are is donate to this campaign. And that is not, that's not even a small thing. It's not a small thing at all. And anything is, appreciated. We appreciate everything so much. So we're in the process of trying to raise $18,000. So I'm going to call on you guys to donate to justice4 dominiquebattle.com. Let's see, who is going to donate this evening. Let's see. Let's get the donations rolling in. Who wants to be the first one to step up to the plate and, donate to this campaign? Who's it going to be? I'm waiting on it. Who's it going to be? I want to shout you out. I want to let the people know that y'all are taking this stance to support the 3DBG campaign. I got to throw my glasses for this part because I'm blind. Mm-hmm. So, who's going to be the first one? Uhuru. And I got all my people where they need to be able to take all this stuff. So, Uhuru. And again, that's justice4 dominiquebattle.com. You can look at the bottom of the screen to know what the link is. And so Aaliyah's saying, plant the seeds while they are young. And I think that's in reference to Comrade Yeabu, who is just 9 years old and already, Uhuru, we got a donation from Yeabu. We got Renee with $10. Uhuru, comrades. Uhuru. All right, Renee. Uhuru pledges $10. I said Uhuru pledges $10. I meant Renee pledges $10. Uhuru Revasai says $5. Uhuru, I know, and comrades, appreciate Revasai, appreciate Renee, and appreciate everybody who will donate this evening. And I know that it might be a little bit difficult because based on the period of time that we're in, based on the fact that it is the holidays. But again, anything, works. Anything is greatly appreciated. We appreciate everything that we can get. Uhuru to Dexter, who is donating $20. Uhuru, Dexter. Appreciate that comment. But everything is greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. All of it goes towards the legal fees of the Justice for the 3 Drowned Black Girls campaign. We have Mira for $20. Mira Siente. Can't say pronounce your last name. Siente. Uhuru. Kristen for $20. Uhuru, yes. Yes. Uhuru. Casey Mackey, $20. Uhuru, comrade. Uhuru, Casey. Uhuru, comrades. Uhuru, thank you all so much. The donations are pouring in. Come on, y'all match these $20. Who else got another 20? Got another 20. Uhuru. Thank you, Clarissa. He was on it, girl. Yes. We got Marquita Harris Logan for $10. Uhuru, Marquita, thank you. Marquita. Uhuru, thank you so much for supporting this campaign, for supporting the vision of community control of the police, because those are all the things that you are supporting when you donate to this campaign. And, we like to, just really show like this is what we are doing with the resources, because, you give your money to all these different entities and never see anything produced. We have Uhuru Olofin, Uhuru for $20. Uhuru Clarissa. Clarissa's donating 10. Uhuru. We got Sam Day for $10. So Uhuru, Olofin, Clarissa, and Sam, thank you all so much. Thank you so much. We really, 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 really appreciate every single donation. Is a bullet to the chest of Sheriff Bob Gualtieri and to white power as a whole. It's going down, and you can support it right now. You can support every bullet. Just reload the gun. Keep throwing these donations in. Justice number 4, DominiqueBattle.com. Make this happen, comrades. Uhuru. Keep it coming. We got 10s over here, 20s over here. Come on now. Come on. What that little expensive gift that you was thinking about, you don't need to get that. It's not important. It's not gonna be relevant in a couple days. Because everything gets old, gets out of style, you know what I'm saying? But you know what's in style? Freedom. You know what's in style? Revolution. And you know what? That's a forever kind of style right there. That's a forever kind of style. We wear that every day, honey, every day. We got $20 from Comrade Johan Uhuru. We got a donation of $50 from Chairman and Deputy Chair Uhuru. Watching you. Uhuru, thank you, comrades. Thank you so much. Uhuru, Marquita says she's doing 10 more to match. What's good, Marquita? I like Marquita. I like seeing them twice in the comments. What's good? Uhuru, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Uhuru. Yeah, I'm glad y'all adding this up because I would not be able to. Thank you all so much. So much. Come on, keep it coming. Keep it coming. Again, this is the time right here. You want to give to anything, yes, it is timeless, Riverside. The revolution, the look of the revolution is timeless, darling. Timeless. It never ages. Black don't crack. Well, the petty bourgeoisie do. But that's another story. Uhuru, we have Virginia, who can pledge $20 by the 25th. Oh, that's Christmas. Uhuru. All right. We have the chairwoman of the African People Solidarity Committee, Penny Hess, with $20. Uhuru, Penny Hess. Uhuru. There was another one, but it went too fast. Oh, Samantha Kepler. Yeabu is so inspiring. $10 donation. Uhuru, comrades. Uhuru. Uhuru, Sam. Uhuru. Thank you all so much. It really it means, it's really significant, and, can't express my appreciation enough. Can't express how important it is to donate to this campaign, and, make sure that the work gets to, can be carried out, and we can do everything it is that we need to do, because we have so many future projects that we want to work on, including another tour. I don't, for everybody who is new to the 3 Drowned Black Girls campaign, who has not seen it yet, all right, what was it? Was it this year? It was this year. Let me do so much. Oh, Uhuru. We got Alicia Bayangoma for, hold on, my bad. Alicia for 10. Uhuru, Fave. Uhuru, thank you, Fave. $10 from Alicia. I'm gonna talk about the tour in a minute. Ooh, try to just rolling in. All right, so we got $10 from Alicia. Uhuru US in Boston viewing party got $25 at the door, 20 from Amanda, 20 from Janet, and 10 from David Roll, 10 from Sam. So that's totaling us at $85 from Boston. Uhuru Boston, you guys rock. Every episode they have done a viewing party. You guys are awesome. Really salute you, comrades, down there for tuning in with us every month. Uhuru, we got Walia for $10. Uhuru, thank you, Comrade Walia. And shout out to Comrade Clarissa. She really just hooking me up right now. I really appreciate you, Comrade. You really working it right now. Uhuru Walia And all right, so back to the tour. So this year, actually, in the beginning of this year, Kunde Mwambita went on tour with the president, international president of the International People's Democratic Uhuru Movement, Kalambai Endene. And it was this committee's first real launch of, just like a speaking tour, the speaking speaking tour, part of this campaign, where Kunde Mwambita and Kalambai and the Net went to different cities. It was Washington, D.C., Boston, Massachusetts, Clearwater, Florida, and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Yes, oh my God. The Roof Furniture Store and Collectibles, Comrade Tiffany, they hooked it up. It was amazing. It was an amazing tour. It was 4 cities. It was our first tour. And we want to do it bigger and better. We want to make it international. And, these are what the donations help to make happen. Gives us the ability to push for another tour of the Three Down Black Girls campaign. Allows us to put Kunde Mwambita out there and to show the stance that Kunde Mwambita takes, that is necessary to make this work happen. And, it's to be able to inspire the masses to see Kunde Mwambita and say, I gotta be just like Kunde. I gotta be just like Yeabu. Might need to put Yeabu on tour. Might need to put JJ and his roars on tour. The roaring tour. All right, y'all. Don't stop now. Keep it coming, y'all. Keep it coming. I think the last person we left off was Walia with $10. I want to appreciate y'all, comrades, so much. This is beautiful. All right. Approve. So I'm going to go ahead and just ease on into some questions and concerns. So who has questions? Are there any questions in the audience? I would like to know. I would like to be able to answer any. I would like to be able to answer any questions that we do have. So if there are any, I'll be fielding them. Any questions from the audience? Oh God, yeah, this looks horrible. We'll try to see. Guru, any questions around this campaign, this case, around the story? Any more questions that we could possibly ask Yeabu as well? No questions. So we summed it up pretty well then. I would say. No questions? All right. I mean, if it's all been internalized and it's all been united on, I'm not going to complain. I'm happy. Everybody's walking out of here united. But again, I just want to put out a one final call for, donations and just understanding the importance of donating to this campaign, all the work it is that we have to do. Will there be any speaking tour or big event in 2018? So a big event, I guess I'll announce it here. A big event that we'll be having on the anniversary, on the 2nd year anniversary, which is March 31st, 2018. It'll be right here in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's going to be a 2-year anniversary vigil benefit concert. Well, there will be local talent and, even if they're not in St. Pete, talent from, anywhere that we can, anybody that wants to participate in performing at the benefit concert, where all the proceeds will go to the 3DBG campaign. We'll have, amazing presentations, political presentations, amazing performances spanning from music to acting, spoken word, poetry, all those different kinds of things. That'll be right here in St. Petersburg, Florida on March 31st, 2018. So that is one big event. And also we are planning for, everything work, because there's a lot of events happening in 2018. The Party's Congress, y'all, yes. Congress, yeah. So really excited for that. But we also want to plan a Black People's Grand Jury. And if you guys haven't seen the party, the movement hold the Black People's Grand Jury, you can review the Black People Grand Jury that happened shortly after the murder of Mike Brown. where it was the Black people's grand jury that indicted Darren Wilson for the murder of Mike Brown on all counts. So it's something that we would conduct here in St. Petersburg, Florida, where we would be indicting Sheriff Killer Bob Gualtieri and all of the deputies involved in the girl's murder. And so that's also something that we are intending to build for in 2018 as well. So, but yeah, so y'all keep a lookout for that, and y'all can show come to St. Pete and participate in them, not just to attend them, but to help build them, all those kinds of things. Definitely want you guys to be here because it'll be extremely important for the Black people's grand jury to come out with an indictment of Bob Gualtieri, Deputy Howard Skaggs, and everyone else involved in their murders. So, girl, any other questions? Yeah, any questions? Oh no, you did. Yes, you want to go back. You can't go back. She done already broke open the toys, y'all. Y'all hear all that? That's playing. It's play, it's laughter, it's happiness happening in the corner. Girl. So no further questions or concerns or anything like that? No. All right, and yes, again, please submit your donations to justice4@dominiquebattle.com, and you can make anonymous donations. You know, you probably didn't say who you were donating on this stream. You probably didn't want your name shouted out. You want to let everybody know what you're dealing with, and that's fine. You can go there anonymously. You can even donate anonymously onto the website. So, you know, if that's what you like to do, that's your cup of tea, please, by all means, donate anonymously at justice4@dominiquebattle.com. Anybody or anything else? I'll give it a moment. Take one second. All right, y'all. Maybe you want to close them out? Give us a little sample of that song. I'm just kidding. Come on. Oh, you will? Oh, y'all get a sneak peek. Oh. We're going to get a sneak peek. Yeabu's going to close us out with a little sneak peek of her showing. I'm not ready, y'all. That's your mic. Okay. You ready?
Man, I see what I see. I take my television on, I see it personally. I'm staring at the TV, I saw I was going crazy. Why do people kill when I say they are protecting us? I hate making these songs like this. I be crying on the inside at the same time, balling my fist. I be crying on the inside at the same time, balling my fist. I want to see you change about it. Don't care if I'm small. I don't want to see another hatch up on the wall. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. But what I'm getting scared, what are people supposed to protect me? Can you answer that? Here's a question. Please answer back. I thought we passed this already. I know a lot of people died for that. These are things that I want to overcome. I want to go past it. I don't want to stay there. I want to make sure that nobody else get gunned down in the streets. I want to make sure nobody else get gunned down in the streets so they don't pass nothing else. Y'all gotta hear the rest of it.
Hold on, you know, Nico is the music guru, you know everything. So he gave you a yes, Yeabu, clap, 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 clap. That's yes. Yes! You giving all them MCs a run for their money, child. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think there was a better way that we could close this out. There was no better way we could close it out, y'all. That was so amazing. I'm just, again, a profound honor to have somebody want to know your album coming out. Your album when it's dropping. She gonna get a release date on Black Power 96, so you need to tune in to Black Power 96. Oh, and Nico said Cardi B who. Don't do that, Indigo. I'm just kidding. Yes, but Cardi B, who? She's in the history now because Yeabu was coming up onto the scene. He's giving everybody a run for their check, giving white power a run, run on the revolution. So, Uhuru, thank you so much. Yeabu, what an amazing, amazing guest. Thank you. I want to thank everybody in this room for making this happen. We appreciate y'all so much. This is Kyle on the AV. Casey out there. She operating AV some weird way too. How does technology work, Chad? Yes. All right. I want to appreciate my comrades, Walia, my comrades, Clarissa, holding the donations down, holding the Q&A down. I want to appreciate Comrade Dexter for the social media work that he did around, putting this webinar out. I want to appreciate everybody for tuning in, everybody for your donations. Really, really, really appreciate it. Sticking with us. And episode 4 coming to you in January. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all make sure y'all like the Justice for the 3 Drowned Black Girls Facebook page so y'all can, be up to date, up to speed about everything it is that we are doing around this campaign. So I just want to send it off with a guru.